Up first, we've got Nikki Haley, who honestly I generally like enough. I think she's fine, but on this one take, she just went a little too far with this. Take a listen.
Want to start with biological boys playing in girls' sports. That's one thing. The fact that we have gender pronoun classes in the military now. I mean, all of these things that are pushing what a small minority want on the majority of Americans, it's too much. It's too much. I mean, the idea that we have biological boys playing in girls' sports, it is the women's issue of our time. My daughter ran track in high school. I don't even know how I would have that conversation with her. How are we supposed to get our girls used to the fact that biological boys are in their locker rooms? And then we wonder why a third of our teenage girls seriously contemplated suicide last year?
So this is a great example of what happens when you have a really good argument and then right at the end you take it too far and you ruin it. So Nikki Haley is absolutely right that it is unfair to have biological males, so people who are born biologically male, compete in women's sports, that it takes opportunities away from girls, that it ruins the fairness of the competition. And she's absolutely right to say there's some concerns about locker rooms and shared spaces and different autonomy, different anatomy and genitalia and how to handle all of that. And I do absolutely think the mainstream progressive orthodox position on that is not up to scratch, is failing our girls and just everyone more generally. But Nikki Haley loses the plot. She absolutely loses the plot when she goes and says that that is why we have high rates of suicidal ideation among teenage girls. It's simply not why. First, the number of actual girls in America, teenage girls, who have had a transgender athlete in their team or in their locker room is vanishingly small. These are actually, they're hot button culture war issues. They make the news, but they're incredibly rare because there really aren't very many transgender people. Even with the uptick in youth, it's still pretty rare. So the vast majority of teenage girls who are experiencing mental health issues over the last few years don't have a transgender person intimately involved in their life in any way that's unfair to them or harming them. And even in the rare cases where it is happening, it's not, I don't think having an unfairness in your sports is going to push you over the edge into extreme mental health territory. I think that's a pretty alarmist claim without much basis in reality. What I really hate about this is that it ignores the many real things that are harming our young people and causing their mental health issues. Like, for example, the fact that the government ignored the actual science to close their schools even for over a virus that was essentially no risk to most healthy young people. And destroyed their social lives, took away their friends, caused massive mental health issues, further fueled social media addiction, and so much more that's hurting young people. You're distracting from those real issues when you say that actually what's causing the mental health issues is a few transgender people competing unfairly in sports somewhere. It's not the case. It's out of touch with reality. And unfortunately, Nikki Haley took what is some very popular mainstream arguments and positions and then just tacked on this extreme nonsense at the end that kind of ruined it and made her go viral for all the wrong reasons. So I'm hoping this was like a verbal slip. She got her talking points confused. She didn't actually mean to suggest that that's what's driving the mental health crisis among our youth. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I just hope she learns from that and kind of clarifies that argument, because the way she just put it out in that CNN interview is a whole lot of yikes.